Good afternoon and good evening to you all. Welcome to the to Friday's edition of the Full 100. It is Friday the 9th of July. It's the last episode for the week. I didn't obviously put a video out Wednesday because I was all busy watching the football. And yeah, we did great. However, guys, that victory and that euphoria in the country has led me to do this very short video today. Today's video is titled, Another 2 Young Lives Taken. Compulsory military service has to be the answer for 16 to 24 year olds. Let's discuss this, guys. Without further ado, let's get down to today's show. Guys, let me start really with the video that prompted me to do this video. So take a look at the events of this week. Have a look.
Police have named 2 young teenagers, both stabbed to death within hours of each other on Monday. Officers found 15-year-old Tamim Habimana suffering from a single stab wound on Woolwich New Road in the early evening. Hours later, 16-year-old Keen Flynn Harling was found stabbed in Oval Place in Vauxhall. So far this year, 21 teenagers have died in homicides in London.
Welcome back, guys. So, as the country celebrates and as there's a euphoric feeling in the country, there are 2 families, a minimum of 2 families and groups of friends of these 2 youngsters who lost their lives, didn't even make the age of 18, in the United Kingdom, on the streets of London. And there is another additional group of families who, for those who perpetrated these events, have been arrested. Those families are dealing with the potential loss of a child as well for 15, 20, 25 years possibly. No grandchildren to speak of when these kids come out. They're in their 40s or 50s. I've run out. I mean, we've all run out of options now, guys. And when I look at countries like Israel, Turkey, countries where many of their youth run away from the country, go to America, come to the UK to escape military service or youth service, whatever they're called in those countries. When you look at the crime figures of youth crime and youth victimization, it's practically non-existent, guys. See, guys, I want us to discuss. I'm doing this show to start a conversation. There are many people who are dead against it, but let me tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this: if you take a child at 15, has dropped out of school, or get to the age of 16, and they're not in school anymore, they're not in higher education and they're not working, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, between the ages of 16 to 24, and any 15-year-old who's dropped out, knowing that there's only 1 year of school left and they're already out, they get captured in that bracket as well. But if you're not in higher education and you're not in permanent, long-term, minimum 2 years employment contract, we want to see 2 years employment contract, a stable job, a job we know you're looking to progress in and has progression in it, training, whatever. If you're not engaged in these, then military service becomes an option. Now, it doesn't mean they send our children to war. No. The type of service I'm talking about is what they got in other countries, where going through the service, you get educated. You get a higher education that you didn't take up in civilian life or whatever, if you so choose. And if you don't, you have options to become a aeronautical mechanic, repairing aeroplanes, which is a great career, skilled, or repairing tanks if you go through the army way, or repairing ships, working on ships if you go the navy way. You've got actually becoming military personnel, yeah? So not just to support people, but you have the option to becoming military personnel. So you can go into the navy, the army, or the air force. You have the option of becoming a medic. You have the option of becoming a nurse. You have the option of so much different avenues. But more importantly, they get disciplined and they are not idle. They have a structured lifestyle that takes them away from this madness that we are now seeing, guys. This is my idea. This is my video. Let's discuss this. Please, when you see this, share it. Share it, because we're all out of ideas now. There's no point looking to parents who are half-baked themselves. I know many grandparents who got grandchildren 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, who aren't even baked themselves. Grandparents who need this military service themselves. We've destroyed our community, we've destroyed our society, and all that's left for us to do now is electric shock treatment for us. If you're black, if you're minority, if you are working class, white, if you are lower middle class, black, white, Asian, our kids are the ones who are most at risk for this. Let's discuss this, my people. Let's share this idea. I don't want to start a petition until there is a conversation about this, a true understanding, a framework of how this will work. But let's bear one thing in mind, guys. If we was to start that today, it still will take a generation to see the payback, the good effects of it. So when we're talking now, we're probably looking, if this was to become reality, it will probably take 4 to 5 years to set up the whole structure. So a child that's 10 years old now will be 15 years old when maybe the scheme will get ready to start. But it's worth it, guys. It's worth it. Your children, like my older children, are past that, but I have a 10-year-old who is coming through that shortly. If your children are all past it, think about your grandchildren. If your grandchildren are secure, think about your great-grandchildren. They're your grandchildren's children. This is worth doing to save our children. Enough's enough, guys. Enough is enough. Please share this and subscribe if you like what we're doing. And good luck to England on Sunday. See you all on Monday. Enjoy your weekends. Hit subscribe. Bye-bye.